Caitlin, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
It's Monday. You came down. We're about to record, and you were like, "I want to talk to you about them."
I didn't say I wanted to talk to you about something.
Tell
I
everybody
said
what you were
I
like.
want to get a little poof for my feet, like a little ottoman poof, but just the little ball things, not like a. I don't want one with legs or anything. Just
For when we
soft.
record,
Yes.
like right now. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're sitting.
So I don't get toe cramps.
Even though we're raking in the big bucks, raking in the huge podcaster dollars, we record this in the kitchen.
Yeah.
In our state-of-the-art kitchen with a cool-ass
At our kitchen island.
Brio water cooler. Shout out to Brio. They hooked us up with that sweet... No, I'm just kidding. Caitlin's parents hooked us up with
Yeah.
that sweet... That water cooler's amazing.
Yeah, it's
But-
pretty nice.
I had an ordeal today that I need to tell you about.
Okay.
And it was a task that should have taken 10 minutes.
At most.
Took me probably over an hour. And I was hot. I was super annoyed. And then I had a bunch of other shit happen. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, but you have something with you today, Kate.
I did. I brought something from my past here today.
What is it?
We've talked about it on a previous episode.
People are dying to hear what it is.
It's my story that I wrote in 7th or 8th grade English class. It's called Princess Melissa and Ducky.
Okay.
Like I mentioned before.
And you did all the illustrations. You did the.
It's written and illustrated by yours truly, Caitlin Border.
Very excited.
And yeah, I think you guys are gonna love it.
Yeah, so we're gonna read it, and then I think I'm gonna pitch some alternate story ideas, maybe. And Caitlin will and all of them.
I will and everything you say.
No but. All right, Kate, you ready to do this?
Yeah.
Are you? Oh.
Caitlin.
And grants are not medical or mental health professionals. How to Become a Terrible Person is for entertainment purposes only. Standard data and message rates apply to messages. Damn it, have some common sense, people.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to How to Become a Terrible Person, the only podcast on the internet helping you become the best, worst person possible. I'm here with Caitlin, my beautiful girlfriend, and I got Scott.
Scott the cat.
He doesn't like this. See you, buddy. So I was going to tell you, babe, before we get into this episode, so I was thinking about it a lot today. I like doing the podcast with you, and I appreciate you doing it with me.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. My eye's watering, so.
She's crying.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking about that today. Earlier in the day when I was dealing with a bunch of dumb shit. How was work?
It's awful. Yeah, no, I'm just tired of, people getting real cranky. It's like, don't kill the messenger, people, okay?
What do you mean?
Like, people, they're all fine and okay and cheery, like, hi, I'm just calling for blah, blah, blah. And then, like, the second you tell them one thing that they don't want to hear, then they just fucking, like, jump down your throat. And it's, like, not even, like, bitch, this is the first time I've ever talked to you in my whole entire life. Like,
I'm trying.
Can you chill the fuck out?
I'm trying to do something for you.
But I can't say that because I'm at work. So.
If you could think it.
But I mean, sometimes I get to the point where I'm just like, I just have to take a second and pause before I reply to this person because I'm like, I don't want I don't want to say the first words that I'm thinking.
Right. It's funny you say this today because I literally had a phone call. Because, I do a lot of things, a lot of different work and stuff like that, a lot of jobs. And I had a conversation today. I was supposed to call a guy back about some potential job, right? And I called him back, and he had such a dick attitude.
Like, how so?
Just too busy to be bothered. But he called me and needed me to do something. And he was just an asshole. So I literally told myself, he told me he'd call me back either this afternoon or tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to tell him I'm not interested. Period. Because fuck man. That's his real name. I had some dealings. I just didn't like him. It was the cut of it. Like the way he was talking to me I was like, oh, exactly what you're saying. It's like, why are you doing this? What's wrong with your life that you're being an asshole? And it was just like a real subtle thing.
Yeah.
But
And
it's like
the
you
thing
try
is-
and be friendly to those people and then they don't give you anything at all.
And it's happened to me before, and then people will be like, oh, well, maybe you just caught them on an off day. And it's like, I don't care. It's like, if I'm at work and I'm supposed to be professional at all times, then it's like, I expect everyone else to do the same.
100%.
And if they don't, then it's like, I don't think I should just, let it slide or be okay with it. I think it's okay for me to hold a grudge against that person.
I agree. Shout out to everyone who's subscribed to the Premium Podcast. If you listened last week, you know that I'm dabbling, trying to get into some new things. Mm-hmm. It was one of the hottest topics we've had on the podcast. Got your mom fired up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
But Grant's just like a fad guy. Like with the jump roping.
Yeah. So like right now, my fad is I'm drinking about 4 to 6 pints a day of human blood. It's normal. It's very expensive though. So if you want to subscribe to the premium, it's $2 a month. This is our fourth week. We've been 100% batting average so far, right, babe? We haven't,
like in terms of we haven't missed an episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to figure out a better time. I think Sunday mornings are the time we need to record these. What do you think?
Maybe.
Because it seems like that these aren't fun when we have to do them at the end of a day. Kate, the moth thing is a big problem. We live in Arizona.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be a problem like in other places in Arizona. So.
What do you mean that other places?
Like my parents' house.
Oh yeah, you're right.
My work. Pretty much anywhere else I go.
So we just
does not have
moth
infestation.
If you know anything about moths, I guess that'd be helpful. If you're a moth expert.
I'm guessing it's because we live literally right in front of a canal. And it's the water, like the stagnant, probably 6 inches of water in the canal that's attracting them. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, okay. So every time we open our door,
they fucking bomb
they
us.
dive in, and we have like 3 lights outside of our apartment. We've got a fan, so they're always blowing around in this shit. But I feel like it's not just our building. I feel like it's the whole apartment complex.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's because we're so close to the canal. Because no other, like homes or whatever are this close to the canal, really. Right here in this specific area. They're set back further.
I don't know. I've never lived anywhere with this type of moth problem.
Yeah, it's a big problem. Because it's not even like, they're chilling in the corner near the ceiling and you walk by and they stay where they're at. No, it's like they see you and they fly at your head.
Right. And there's apparently no moth spray. Because the spray we have, I feel like it works for for 8 hours.
Yeah, I don't
6
know.
hours.
It must not, the scent must not last long or something. Because I think it's just a scent that they don't like. So it's not like a poison or something that's in there. Or maybe it is.
It smells like
so once
cedar.
the scent wears off, then it smells like cedar. Apparently moths hate cedar.
This is a very adult conversation.
But
this is talking moths.
Yeah, they're fucking gross.
They are really gross little animals.
And I just think of Mothman, and if that was life size, a giant monster, it'd be so fucking scary, and they would probably eat you, rip your head off, tear you limb from limb to limb.
Do you think in proportion they have sharp teeth? You know how it's they say daddy long legs are the most poisonous, but their legs they can't get a good bite. Have you heard that?
I didn't know that they were poisonous.
I mean, apparently they are, but I mean that's also maybe a urban legend.
I don't know.
You've never heard that?
No, because we had daddy long legs growing up, and I was always told that those were fine. Out of most of the bugs, those were okay.
We found a spider in our Instapot the other day.
Oh my god!
It was just in there.
How big?
Dinner plate.
Stop.
Probably.
How big?
It was a little guy. I mean, it was probably a daddy long leg or whatever that thing is out. The version of that is out here.
Yeah, I don't think they have them out here.
They're beefier, but they're the skinny ones. So they wasn't real beefy, but it was just. He took a ride down the garbage disposal.
Was he alive?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you kill him? Why'd you put him outside? Maybe he would have eaten a moth.
What do you think this is? I'm not trying to do any favors to
Why not?
freeloading spiders that live in our apartment.
Spiders eat other bugs. I'm fine with that. Like
You're fine with
not,
spiders.
Not
Okay.
in the apartment, but put it outside.
So if a
Have it kill the moths.
spider crawls across the bed,
It'd probably tangle them up in its little web,
crawls across the
poison
bed,
them to death, and we'd be fine.
attacks Scott.
He'd be like our guardian spider.
No way.
Yeah.
Spiders aren't.
We could hang him out
they're
right
not-
by the door.
They're not loyal animals.
If you give him a good food source, which we have a great one.
Speaking of outside our door, the other day there was I don't know what was going on, a potential domestic violence situation.
Oh, I wasn't here for this.
You were in the other room. I don't know what you were doing, but there was a guy banging on our neighbor's door, being like, "Come outside and say it, you fucking pussy." And I wanted to walk out, but I was also like, man, I don't know what the deal is with this dude.
I don't want to get knifed over here.
This could go absolutely sideways.
I wonder if it was like a cheating situation. I do remember you mentioning that to me. I didn't hear anything.
I feel like it may have been like a delivery guy. What the fuck is the deal with delivery
Remember,
guy?
you almost got in a fight with an Uber Eats guy.
Yeah, what's the deal with them being like so aggro? Is it just because, like, I mean, I would have to assume a fair amount of our audience, or a good proportion of our audience, has done delivery, especially through COVID.
I don't
In
know.
some capacity. We've got a lot of listeners, and I think like that's like when a lot of people got laid off, they were like, well, fuck, dude, I'm going to do Instacart delivery or Uber Eats or some sort of delivery service to make some extra cash.
Maybe because they were constantly like dealing with people and they felt like they had to get like another job when they were laid off or furloughed or whatever, because they couldn't afford to like not be. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure, but why do you think they're so aggravated? Like, I just, in terms of,
because they're angry that they had to work the whole time.
well, yeah, I had to work the whole time.
It explains a lot of
And
things.
I'm fucking angry about it.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, okay, so.
Why you're such a dick all the time.
Babe, I'm not a dick all the time.
Oh.
In 2022, let's make. Listen, man, I'm just trying to get health insurance. I'm just scraping by trying to get health insurance, man.
Well, I've been noticing that I don't know how she started showing up on all my stuff lately, but she works for a big company, a very big company based out of the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, so Nike?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she is, I think, like CMO or something, or director of like communications, like on like a regional like
Yeah.
level or some shit.
Do you know what she looks like? Is she blonde?
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about somebody we both know, but you're just disguising it like for the podcast? Or is this somebody I don't know?
She actually works at Nike.
Yeah, but is it somebody we know mutually?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I know somebody at Nike right now who's pretty high up. No big deal.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, no big deal.
Ew.
I can't. It's a secret.
Just whisper it.
It's Bill Bowerman.
What? No.
It's
For real.
Phil Knight.
Who?
Magic Johnson. I can't think of her first name. We're not that close.
Oh, wow.
It's an Instagram friend.
And
Like,
I know this person
no,
too?
no. I'm saying I know somebody.
Oh,
who's-
okay.
So you keep
Anyways,
seeing this
so
person.
she keeps showing up on like my LinkedIn. Like people like her posts or whatever. People comment on it that I'm like following or whatever. So I see some of her stuff sometimes. And it's a lot more so lately. But she, I guess they just recently made some of their employees like go back to work, and it's like a hybrid type work week situation. So it's like, I think they do 3 days in the office and then 2 days at home.
Let's
from home.
call it what it is. Everybody who says they're more productive at
Lots
home,
of whining.
you're full of shit.
Well, I know, because the one of the posts is like, when I say flexibility, I don't mean, just leaving work early because my kid is sick. I mean being able to start cooking my dinner at 4 p.m. So when my husband gets home at 5, like we can all eat dinner together as a family.
Well, hey, guess what? You're scheduled to work until 5, and then you got to commute
I'm
afterwards.
like, well, most people like have been fucking.
What is the world turned into that is a conceit that employers are making? Oh man, we got to get you home
Well,
by
I mean, I just think
4:15
it's like,
so you can have dinner.
as a CMO of a company, I just think it's like a bad look to
Yeah.
be, you know,
What is a
say-
what is a
making posts like
CMO?
that. Like a chief marketing officer.
If you're a chief anything officer, your mantra should be like, I will die in my office. Right?
But yeah, I mean, and it was just, there were probably 3 or 4 posts where it was just a lot of whining, complaining. And then that example that I just gave you,
Yeah.
that was like a real example she gave.
She's probably like, I invented a time machine when I was 8 years old, and it actually worked. The schematics actually worked. We finished a Dropout. We finished that a couple weeks ago. That was pretty good, though, right?
Yeah, I like that.
And we're still, man, we're kicking that fucking girl from Plainville show.
Yeah, we haven't.
God,
I think we have like 2 episodes now that we need to catch up.
I don't
on.
even want to finish it.
I know. I'm like, where else is there to go in
We
this show?
we literally spent the last week watching Breaking Bad,
yeah, we
pretty much
rewatched
cover to cover.
all of it, and it's such a good show.
It goes by so quick too.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
And I'm like, yeah, because I was thinking about that too when I was
like we're
rewatching it.
season
I
5?
just remember it feeling like when I watched it the first time, there was such a much longer time periods in between when certain things happened.
Right.
Or like the turtle guy, what's his name?
Turtle. What turtle guy?
He was like an informant for the DEA, like super early on, and he's the guy who got his head chopped off.
Danny Trejo plays him. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, but
He's
that
like, hey,
guy,
man,
like,
don't cut off my head.
for whatever reason, I thought he had been in this, like on the show for way longer than
He was on like 2 episodes.
Yeah, he was literally in 2 episodes.
Yeah, he was like
Max
a very
3.
small.
And it
unimportant-
wasn't like the full episode. He would make like, like a 10-minute appearance in one, and then, like the next one being it for a couple minutes.
I would like to rescind my statement in previous weeks where I said Tuco is my favorite character. I would like to modify that slightly, and I think you said
Yeah,
Brandon.
I said Brandon because I don't. You won't know.
Brandon.
The question that you asked was, who do you relate to? What characters do you relate to the most?
Is Brandon's
I don't fucking
Badger.
relate to any of those people.
No, I think Gus Fring
Like,
is the coolest.
yeah, you do.
He is so neat. I love how he whispers. Like all of his scenes, he's just like, "Okay, Mr. White, like blah blah blah. How was your chicken?"
He's so just like put together.
And
but-
like the scenes with Jesse where they're sitting across from each other having dinner, and Walt, remember that at his
Yeah.
house? Like those are so fucking badass. And then I don't know. I could have gone. I
well,
wish
not together, but separately.
I like him, and I like the vacuum repair guy.
yeah.
He's like, I can't do an impression of him, but
Yeah.
he's got cool eyebrows too. I like that. Those 2 characters I think are my favorite.
Yeah. Well, the question was that you asked earlier was, who do you relate to?
I relate to
most?
Gus.
I don't relate to any of them, but I mean, I guess if I had to pick like who I liked, I feel like, yeah, Badger or Brandon is like likable.
I relate to Skylar because I'm just constantly a problem.
She's just kind of a bitch.
100%. Glad you said it. Also,
She's kind of
also
not very nice, and I don't like her outfit in the last episode.
we talked about it. We talked about how Hank, you kind of slept on him the first go round, and now in the second, when you rewatch it, you're like, holy shit, Hank fucking rules.
You're like, yeah, well, yeah. The first time I watched the show, I thought Hank was like a total dick, just the whole time, just a total asshole. But rewatching it, I'm like, no, he's not. He's actually a pretty decent guy.
Yeah, no, and he's just doing his job.
Yeah.
and he's like kind of inappropriate.
And he just really likes his job.
he loves the law.
But
He's just kind of like a dorky uncle.
yeah, I don't know why the first time I watched it, I really disliked him.
Well, I think it's because you're rooting for Walt the first time you watch it. I
Yeah.
didn't. I wasn't really. I enjoyed Walt more this time, but I wasn't like, oh my god, Walt's got to get out of this. Like, how are they going to get out? I was like, man, I wish this would have gone the other way
Yeah.
because it would have been cool to see him get caught. Almost spoiler. Spoiler: Walter White contracts hepatitis C in
Oh my
the
God.
final season and succumbs to
You're
it
dumb.
slowly in a
He
hot.
never even did drugs.
Well, he didn't get it from drugs. Man. Him and Jesse were.
No.
Have you read my Breaking Bad fan fiction?
I don't think I want to.
So I'll tell you the water jug story, and then we'll get into Princess Melissa and Ducky.
Okay.
So today I was like, man, I'm going to go fill up these water jugs. We got 2 5-gallon water jugs. And I had an errand. I was going to hit the vape and hookah shop. Shout
Vape a hookah.
Shout out Vape a Hookah in Mesa. Cool guys. We're still trying to figure out how all that money's coming in there, but right? Because they're all driving really nice cars.
I've never seen their cars.
One guy drives like a blue Lamborghini.
It's that oil money.
Whoa. Well, I mean, we didn't describe people that work there.
I wonder where they're from.
They're from the Appalachian Trail.
They're from Arizona.
Yeah, it's that Southwest oil that everybody knows
my
so much
God.
about. So I was gonna do the water jug thing because they have at the Albertsons right across back behind us. They have 2 fill-up stations, so you can take 2 jugs, and usually I just use one. I'll just pull up there, and I'll just
Fill up your first one.
yeah. But I don't do the thing that everybody else does, which is I park my car in front of it like an asshole. I park in a regular parking spot, and I walk up to it with my jugs, and then walk back with my jugs. Easy. So today I pull up, and there's this giant black truck pulled in front of both of them, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a guy, and he's using one. He's putting money in one, and it's starting to go. And then as I'm walking up with my 2 water jugs, he puts in a water jug in the empty one and goes, I got this one and 2 more.
Dick.
And I just went, oh, okay, cool.
I would have been like, okay, well, you can fill your 2 up
In the one machine.
in the one machine.
So
And I'll use this one over here.
So because I didn't want to get in another altercation at the grocery store, I decided.
I feel like that instance is warranted.
I agree. But I mean, this guy, he fucking looked like a Russell Crowe unhinged type. And you don't want to have
He's
two.
gonna fucking follow you home.
And you don't want to have 2 unhinged people meet up, to.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that. Like I was unhinged.
No, I'm saying I would have lost control.
Oh yeah, I would have too.
So anyway, I am like, fuck this. I'll go to another one because there's like 1,000 of them, right? So I drive to the hookah store, and as I'm driving, I don't see any. I'm just like, shit, man. And it's like probably 4 or 5 miles away, less than that. And as I'm crossing the last intersection, I see one at the gas station, the Marathon. I'm like, fuck yeah, there's one. So I pop by the vape and hookah stop, and I get my Kratom.
I don't know if we have a Marathon gas station.
Well, whatever. It's a blue and white, whatever.
Chevron.
Yeah, okay. So the Chevron station, I pull up after I get my drugs, my legal drugs, and I have my watch, so I'm going to do Apple Pay. I do it like 4 times, and it's like declined. Then I put my card in, and it's declined. I'm like, fuck this, okay? So it takes cash. So I go into the Chevron, and I buy a bag of peanuts, because I'm going to do cash back for debit. So I get the peanuts, get up to the thing, I put the card in, and there's no cash back option. So I just bought a bag of peanuts. So now I have a bag of peanuts, and I don't have 2 jugs of water.
2 empty gallons.
Yeah.
Jugs of water.
I'm like, fuck, man. So what I do is I go down the street, and I see that there's one at the Fry's at another grocery store, right? Uh-huh. So I go into Fry's, and Fry's is, I hear this phrase used a lot to describe places, but it's heaven's waiting room.
Yes, it is. It really, really
And
is.
I don't understand, and it's like Fry's, fuck Fry's, dude. It's so compact and shitty. Is there anything good there? Like you can go to the pharmacy, right?
I go to the pharmacy, but I'm slowly transitioning all my prescriptions back to Walgreens because I just can't stand Fry's.
Well, and also the aisles are tight. It's disorganized. It looks dirty. And it's just old people. And there was no shit. There was a lady who was she was a bigger gal, probably in her 60s, late 60s, and she had her eye makeup done, real tan, leather skin, bleach blonde hair, and she had Daisy Dukes on.
Did she look like the type that would shit in the frozen meat
No,
section?
100%. This is the shitting lady. Maybe, but like
For sure.
she had Daisy Dukes pulled up into like her rolls, up by her pubis area, and she walked up, and I was like, man, and she looked like she was putting off a vibe like, I am hot shit walking into this Fry's.
Did she look at you like, oh yeah?
And she's like, oh yeah, young man.
Oh yeah, baby. Look at me.
You wanna get down on this? So I'm like, fuck, dude. So I'll go to self checkout. I got a Mother's Day card because it's Mother's Day.
Yep.
And I'm thinking I'll get cash back. Thankfully, I get cash back. No big deal. Without incident, I get a 5. pull out a $5. Boom. I'm ready to go. I walk back to my car, drop the card, get the 2 jugs, and walk back to the front of the store. As I put 1 jug in, and it's like, please pay. I'm like, cool. So I slide the 5 in. It won't take $5 bills.
Like it only takes ones.
And so I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, I'll try the credit card thing again. Boop, boop. Declined. Boop, boop. Declined. There's something wrong with the water network right now. The water network is down. And I'm thinking, fuck, man. Now it's been 25 minutes. I'm at my 3rd place to get water. And I'm just like fucking pissed off. So I end up. Hold on. Sorry. So then I'm like, well, fuck, dude. I'll just go back to Albertsons. That guy is no longer there.
Yeah, it can't be. Like,
Yeah,
it's 45 minutes later.
40 minutes now. So I go to Albertsons, and I'm like, well, fuck, I can't pay with the 5, and I'm not going to risk it with my watch, my Apple Pay, because it's not working. There's something. The network is down. The water network is down again.
Like their card reader.
Red alert,
whatever.
the water network is down. So I have my $5 bill, and I'm like, well, I need to break this change so I can use dollars. So I go inside, and I buy a 77-cent Arizona iced tea, and I fucking hate Arizona iced tea, but it's 77 cents. So I'm like, cool. I walk outside, and now there's a guy with like 4 5-gallons and probably like 10 single gallons.
Oh my God.
And he's got both machines running. And I just walk up and I look at him.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
And I think I was putting off the vibe with the look where he was like, oh my God, I need to
move my 1 water jug.
Yeah. So he goes, oh man, here you go. And I was like, dude, you have no idea what I've been through to get this water. It's been a whole thing. So I do it. And then I get the both jugs and I load them into my car. And I was like, oh shit, I got this Arizona iced tea. I'm hot. I'm thirsty. I'm wearing a jean jacket. It's 95.
Why are you wearing a jean jacket?
Because I thought it was going to be this quick trip. Very, wasn't even going to get overheated. Now I'm sweating. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Okay, well, I just got this iced tea. And I crack it open and I take a drink of it. And it's just. Ugh.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude.
Too sweet.
I got an Arnold Palmer.
Oh.
Arnold Palmy. And ugh.
That doesn't even. I feel like the only acceptable one, and this even I don't like it anymore. I used to like it, but the green tea is like the only acceptable one.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The green tea is probably the best one. But yeah, I don't know. So anyway, what I did was I had a cart, and I just left the Arizona iced tea with like 1 drink taken out of it in the cart thing. And then as I'm pulling up, this dude in this 85-year-old man in a Ford F550, like the biggest truck, he pulls it in the parking spot right next to cart return, almost hits the cart return, and then doesn't even get fully in the spot.
Oh, he's like halfway out
And
into the aisle still.
he just gets out and just goes in the store.
Yep, I'm good.
And then I was like, I should take that Arizona iced tea and just fucking dump it.
Like on his car.
Or if his window was cracked, just dump it on the front seat.
Oh my God.
And just be like, whoops.
I tripped.
So yeah, it was a whole fucking thing today getting this water.
I'm sorry.
Kate.
You had to go through all that.
Kate, do you know what time it is?
Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me.
That's right. That's Melissa. What is it? Princess Melissa and Ducky theme song. Right?
No.
So Caitlin wrote this book when she was, it looks like when she was 5 to 7.
Are you serious, Grant?
How old were you when you wrote this book?
It was in 2006 to 2007 school year. So I was in, I think, 7th grade.
Okay.
So
this is a 7th grade book. And Caitlin, you're going to read it?
yeah, do you want me to read it or would you like to read it?
What do you think? What would be best here?
I mean, I can read it.
Okay, then read it.
Okay.
You do it.
All right.
Do you want complete silence?
No, it's fine.
Can I ask questions?
Yes.
Can we punch it up if it needs to be punched up?
Yeah, sure.
Or how
I'll leave
committed?
that
Like
up
if we're
to
making
you.
the movie version.
I'll leave that up to
Okay.
you.
So
okay.
Kate, go for it. You don't have to. You can read it. that's comfortable.
Oh, I
you
don't
have
need to show it
You
to
don't
you.
have to
like,
do it.
You're like a kindergarten
She's
class.
holding it up like I'm a 5-year-old.
I wanted to show you all the pictures.
Well, you can show me the picture after it's more comfortable to read it.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Princess Melissa and Ducky by Caitlin Border. And I just want to let you guys know this was dedicated to my great family.
You great family?
My great family.
All right.
That's what I wrote on the dedication line there. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Melissa. She was a very nice princess, and everybody in the kingdom liked her. Every day, she would walk to the nearby pond and talk to all the little animals. Even though everybody liked her, she didn't have any true friends. When she thought that she had found a good friend, they would always betray her in some way. Bitches.
Wow.
Yeah. You know how girls are. She only had one true friend, and it was a little...
Rastafarianism. Yes.
What? Is this not what you want to hear right now?
No.
Okay.
And it was a little talking duck named Ducky. Melissa told Ducky everything, like how she had a crush on the Prince of France and how sometimes she wished she wasn't a princess.
Okay, so Melissa, none of her friends like her.
Yeah, like
she's
she's
gonna-
likable, but she doesn't have any real friends.
Do we know that Ducky is a real duck? Is it an imaginary duck?
No, Ducky is a real duck.
Okay.
That talks.
This isn't like a Sixth Sense scenario.
No, it's a
Okay.
real duck.
Continue.
One day, when she went to the pond, Ducky wasn't there. She asked all the other animals where Ducky was, but they all replied, I have no idea. So Princess Melissa went back to the palace and asked her fairy godmother, where is my best friend? Her godmother replied, the Wicked Witch of the West has kidnapped Ducky and taken her to the witch's
Whoa, dude.
evil
Wait a
castle."
second. So we're in the Wizard of Oz universe? We're in the Wizard of Oz collective universe? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's yes.
You're just checking characters. It'd be like if you're watching The Office and they're like, Walter White now works here.
That's a common name. That's
Yeah,
I think
okay.
they could say that.
The Wicked Witch of the West now has the duck. So she does have the duck.
She does. Do you see the godmother?
Little ass duck. And Melissa's crying on her bed with her crown. So she is a princess. That's right.
Yeah. She begged her godmother, please get her back. I'll do anything. Her godmother said, that is way too dangerous and I can't risk you getting hurt. Her godmother tried to get her to stop crying, but it didn't work. Eventually, her godmother left and Melissa decided to go to the witch's castle and get her friend back. Melissa gathered up some snacks and put on some warm clothes.
Dude, so basically what I'm getting right now is, as an author, you're trying to tell the audience the Wicked Witch is like Jeffrey Epstein, right? And the fairy godmother is like people being like, hey, Melissa, don't go there. You don't want to get trafficked.
Yeah, she's like your agent telling you like don't get on the plane.
don't get on that. Don't go to Harvey Weinstein's office.
Okay. So, she grabbed some snacks and put on some warm clothes. She snuck out her window and climbed down the palace wall so the guards wouldn't see her leave. She walked all through the night.
What's going on with Melissa's home life? Where are her parents?
They're like a a queen and king, so they have too much shit going on and they're really,
But in what
like
period?
neglectful.
Like, what period is this taking place in? Like, what year is this? Is this like
2006.
So it is. It's.
It's present time.
And you're in Oz in 2000. Okay. Got it.
When she finally arrived at the evil kingdom, she creeped up to the castle and slipped through the back door. When she got inside, she found a maid walking through one of the hallways. She punched the maid in the face and took her uniform. After that, she hid the maid in a closet and kept on looking for Ducky. She searched almost every room, but there was no sign of her.
She fucking Scooby-Dooed him.
The only room left was the kitchen.
She knocked him out.
Dun dun dun.
Put on. Well, what? Hold on. So wait, does she have a different outfit on in the picture than she does previously? Okay, good attention to detail.
She does. See that?
But again, let's just highlight this.
But she's a maid and she's wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Jeans and a pink t-shirt.
She was wearing a dress.
But it does look like she has her slip-resistant shoes on.
Kitchen shoes.
She's got kitchen shoes on.
She
She's in the
does.
kitchen. So you're.
She does.
So the illustration now is Melissa kicked down the double. What kind of doors are
Those
those?
are like kitchen doors.
Yeah, kitchen doors, and there's a chef holding
A knife.
a knife of some sort, and there's a duck in a lunchbox. There's a duck on a lunchbox.
No, he's on like a cutting board. That's a handle.
You
He's
can't
on
really
a
you
cutting
can't really
board.
tell what the depth.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know.
so-
It's very two-dimensional.
I mean, you were 6 years old when you made this, so,
Shut
right?
up. Shut the fuck up. Melissa swung open the doors and saw Ducky on a cutting board. See, told you.
Yeah.
The chef was holding up a knife like he was going to chop off Ducky's head. The princess couldn't imagine losing her best friend, and within seconds, she jumped in front of the little duck, and the chef's knife almost hit her. Luckily, she had grabbed another tray and put it in front of hers, so the chef ended up hitting the tray instead of Melissa.
Jesus.
After that, Melissa grabbed Ducky, and they both ran out of the castle. When they got outside, a herd of horses.
Wait, hold on. So they
My
escaped.
horse looks so bad. I just
They got
can't
out.
even-
They got out of the castle, and now there's just outside the castle. There's just a herd of feral horses.
Yes,
Okay.
like kind of like the Salt River wild horses. There's like a herd of wild horses.
Her horse looks like a wiener dog with some sort of reverse
whatever reason.
scoliosis problem. Like it's like if that were an actual horse or a dog, it would have severe health problems.
You could not ride this thing.
Yeah.
Its back is like seriously concaved, and I can't. Okay. Whew. When they got outside, a herd of horses was waiting for them. It was a search party that Melissa's parents must have sent. The men in the search party helped Melissa get on a horse, and they took them home. Melissa got in trouble by her parents for sneaking out, but it was all worth it. At least she still has a best friend.
Wow.
That's the end. I can read you the about the author page. as
Oh
well.
yeah. I think this is the most important part.
Okay. Dear, don't laugh at me.
No, sweetheart.
Dear readers, my name is Caitlin Border. I'm 13 years old. I was born in Pennsylvania and moved to Arizona when I was 9. I enjoy shopping, going to the movies, and hanging out with friends. Family and friends are very important to me. I love all animals, especially dogs. I have a miniature dachshund named Nittany. He's 4 years old, and I got him when I first moved to Arizona. This is the first book I have ever written. I enjoyed writing this book very much, and I hope that everyone who reads this book will enjoy it also.
Incredible.
And that's it.
That's really good, Kaylin. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good story. It's got a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
It's classic girl loses duck story.
Yeah.
We've heard it a million times, but I think that's probably the best girl loses duck story.
Probably.
She's a princess.
Yeah.
Now is her family, are they a ruling like leaders, like king and queen? Or are they?
I'm pretty sure, but it never really mentions specifically because, like you said, I never talk about Princess Melissa's parents.
Yeah, and
Not
if,
once. They're
if-
never mentioned.
I feel like if HBO were to make this, like Princess Melissa it'd be much darker.
Maybe they're dead.
Maybe they're dead. And the reason nobody likes Princess Melissa is because she's mean to everybody. She's like a
Maybe.
bitch. And the duck doesn't know.
Maybe she killed her parents.
She killed her parents. Princess
That's why
Melissa.
no one likes her.
Kate, do you want to switch over to the premium episode?
Yeah.
I think that sounds good. Terribleperson.co, www.terribleperson.co. We're going to do the premium episode now. And I got a lot. Well, I'm saving a lot of shit. So I think the premium episode's going to be hot. You ready?
Yeah.